got you. I'm just talking to talk.
We'd like to walk you through a day in the life with Dr. Sands.
He always was the first one in, often with a grocery bag full of apples, cheese, and peanut butter. He had coffee made and the heater on, usually cranked to about 80 degrees. I kid you not. The poor guy probably froze to death with all of us women.
We'd start each day with a morning meeting, which was mostly productive. But more often than not, the meeting would conclude with some storytelling from Dr. Sands about an event or what have you.
There were Navy stories, Stanford stories, stories about cars and boats, Ferraris, and handicap parking spaces, even stories about dropping chalupas.
Speaking of chalupas, here's a short sample of what we would hear in the morning meeting.
I went to Baja Fresh yesterday, and you should have seen this little blonde girl behind the counter. She was cute as a button, skinny as a rail, smart as a whip. Boy, could she roll a burrito.
She gave great customer service.
I think you wanted to find a position for her at our office. We needed some of that burrito rolling customer service.
For sure.
Anyway, Dr. Sands wasn't only a storyteller to us. As a matter of fact, he was probably more so to our patients. This is one of the many things that everybody loved about him, is that he could take your mind off of dentistry. When you sat in his chair, you were the only thing that mattered at the time. He made you feel so important. Sitting in the room next to him listening, I always wondered how he got so much work done with all that talking. But he did, with ease.
Did you know that among Dr. Sands' many talents, he was in fact a magician? Some of his treatment included smoke and mirrors, duct tape, baling wire, pixie dust, and in some cases red dough. The thing to remember if these tricks were used on you is that never eat rocks, bottles, or nails. And most importantly,
Don't ever use your teeth as tools.
During the day, if we asked Doc if he wanted to see something or just say hi to someone, his response was always, I do. Or if you'd approach him with a question, he'd interrupt with, the answer is yes. What was the question?
And then there were the jokes. This guy walks into a bar jokes. We heard dozens of those. Many pirate jokes. What's a pirate's favorite cookie?
Chips Ahoy.
Where do pirates get gas?
Arco.
And this one's pretty straightforward. What time do we see toothaches?
2:30, of course.
We made a lot of copies of things over the years. Dr. Sands loved a paper trail, but many times it was for the patient. He would say, this is a souvenir. We witnessed a lot of people of all ages getting bless you child.
Whiplash with that bless you child.
One of our favorites were the little old ladies. He'd say, I've got a little something for you. And kiss them all. And I'd go, thank you. The front of our Christmas card from the office one year had a staff photo of when some of us went to Hawaii. They photoshopped Dr. Sands' head into a Hawaiian boy's body. That year, business doubled with those little
Dr. Sands was generous beyond words. He donated many organizations over the years. He also liked to give away dentistry. No charge. Just bring in some pears and cheese. He used to say that.
Wait a minute.
Who moved my cheese?
I guess this is why the food is so free flowing in our office. Speaking of food, it's wise to keep a can or two of corn around the dental office. Do you know why?
Never mind.
At the end of each day, he'd say, how's your mom and them? He would ask if we needed anything from him, And we would all leave together, single file, and he would always say, thank you to each and every one of us every day. Then, if that wasn't enough, he would stand out in the parking lot and wave goodbye, and he wouldn't get in his car until we were all gone. He was amazing.
We better wrap this up because less is more. You spoiled us rotten, Dr. Sands. You're a dedicated man of principle. Undying loyalty is all you ever wanted. You are good at your craft and even better with people.
We think that dentistry is good for you, and you are good for dentistry. After all, it's a lifestyle.
I regret that.
He's gonna remember this.
But now it's time to stop blaming Maria for everything. And take time to enjoy the good life. Retirement. This is
going to be fun for you.
Lastly, another one of his famous sayings was, "You're gonna miss me when I'm gone." And boy do we, Dr. Sands. We're just glad you live close. You have a lot of people that love you, but
We love you more.
and we wish you all the best. Salute.
We love you. You need a coffee? I got a coffee for you.
Drink up, eat some more food. Thank you all for coming.